Hi, Wendell McKay back on the back at you again from beautiful Bathurst, New Brunswick. What I want to talk to in this video is a personal thing, and it's about my dad. My dad's 81 years old, and he's developed Alzheimer's. Now, to give you just a little bit of a background, my dad's been a very, very intelligent, very smart man his entire life. He can do things that most people in his age class he really didn't do. Like, for example, when in Canada the metric system was introduced, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, whatever it was, a lot of people in his generation don't understand it. Dad was always able, always in his entire life, he could tell you within a degree or two what the temperature was in Fahrenheit, even though they were broadcasting it in Celsius. And just a very smart man. He was very good at fixing things, very good mechanically, great sense of direction, many, many things. And when he was 79 years old, he went to the doctor, and he said to the doctor, he said, "I'm getting a bit tired." Well, the doctor said to him, "Well, what are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm riding my bicycle." And so the doctor said, "Well, where are you riding this bicycle?" So when he described it out to him, he was riding about 70 kilometers a day on a bike, okay? This is over hills and, whatever. This is for our American friends, 70 kilometers is about 42 miles a day, okay? Quite an accomplishment for a man 79 years old, and the doctor laughed and he said, "There's people 50 years younger than you can't do this," okay? Well, now he's got Alzheimer's. And one of the toughest parts about him having Alzheimer's is the fact that for the most part he seems quite normal. If you went and saw him, there's a really, really good chance you wouldn't think there was anything wrong, other than, the normal age-related things where, there's a bit of memory in terms of telling you the same story over and over again, which we all do from time to time. As you get older, it happens more often. And for the most part, you would never know there was anything wrong with him, and that sort of makes it a tougher because he's unsafe to be home because the skills that he had fixing things have turned on him because the reason is gone. Now he's taking perfectly good appliances and such, and he's breaking them. My brother got him and Mom a brand new electric heater for their home, and Dad tore it apart and lost parts from it. There was never anything wrong with it. Now those things that's minor in a sense. In a sense it isn't, but in one sense, you can live with that. You can live with the memory loss, although his memory loss it's there, but it's not as bad as you think of when you think Alzheimer's. What is really, really tough is like sticking things into electrical panels. Mom woke up early in the morning with a huge fire going in a frying pan, and he was standing there holding the frying pan, didn't know what to do with it. My brother went over and Dad had bled the lines coming to the furnace. Well, it turns out maybe the furnace did need some work, but the problem is he had a 2-liter pop bottle, filled with furnace oil, no cover on it, leaning against the furnace. Another fire hazard. Those are just some of the things. I won't go into all the details, but those are some of the things that make it so that he can't be home without your 24-hour supervision with someone, medical staff, to help him in terms of, well, right now, mostly the medical things, it would just need to be someone. It wouldn't necessarily have to be a nurse, have someone who can give him his diabetic needle, which he's on insulin now. They give him his insulin shots, and things of that nature. But mainly someone who can supervise him to ensure that he doesn't do things in the middle of the night to put other people in danger, to put Mom in danger. He can't be home at this time because of the challenges. The fact that we may wake up one morning and find out that Dad's burned the house down with him and Mom in it. Okay, those things are tough. But what makes it even tougher is when he's in a nursing home. He's sitting there. He's what does he do in the nursing home, right? He does crossword puzzles. does search a word, those type of puzzles, and he reads. This is what he does. He doesn't get much exercise anymore. He gets out walking when he can. Doesn't get to ride his bike. His quality of life is not what it should be, what we would want it to be, okay? It makes it tough. It really does. I think it's tougher because you know that for the most part, he doesn't need to be there. It's just it's the safety factor. And unlike a lot of people, I'm going to say something that may offend some people, and some people will agree, and some people will say I'm nuts. And my feeling on it, to be honest with you, 100%. If the only worry I had was Dad wandering away, getting lost, dying in the woods because he wandered into the woods and got lost or whatever, he wouldn't be in a nursing home. He'd be out. Why? Is it because I don't care if that happens to my dad? No, of course not. Of course not, it's not that. But what it is, it's about his quality of life. And that risk is acceptable if that's all the risk was. But the problem is, it's not just the risk to him, it's the risk to Mom, it's the risk to neighbors, it's the risk to firefighters. It's just ongoing. And obviously it's going to deteriorate and get worse. We know this is how Alzheimer's is. So he's going to need, 24-hour medical care. Right now, he needs some nursing care, no question. Probably not as strong as he will need, but he needs to be there. Or, what's a better alternative? A better alternative is being able to keep him home with private nursing. That's my goal. That's where I'm headed. My estimate is going to cost 10 grand a month to provide that for my dad, okay? That's where I'm heading. That's where I'm going. That's what I'm going to do. And I would suggest any of you who have older parents that might want to think about this, because these things happen. We never saw it coming. We never saw it coming. I dare say that you may not see it coming too, but it may happen to you. Now, most people will never be able to do that based on their income from their job, working for someone else, working on someone else's dream, okay? The way to do it is to create your own income, create your own business, create your own dream. Do what's best for you, do what's best for your family. There's many, many reasons for doing this, okay? For those of you that aren't in this position, maybe it's you hate your job. Maybe you love your job, but you don't have enough time. Maybe you want more time with your family. Maybe you just love to be able to travel. Maybe you'd love to be able to sit in first class, pay the price for a first class ticket and say, it's worth it. I love it. I can be where it's warm year round, or I can go to the mountains and go skiing from a warm destination. Whatever you want, okay? I don't know what you want. I don't know what drives you, what's your burning desire. You figure that out, because when you figure that out, you'll do whatever it takes. Okay? Join me. Create a business like I'm doing. Okay? Take your burning desire, do the work, learn the steps, follow the steps. Steps are simple steps, okay? They're very simple. Go to empoweranyone.com/freedom. Watch the video. If you haven't already done this, watch that video. If you've already done it, watch it again. It'll give you a lot of information. Then join me, and there's a lot of training. There's step by step. Here's how you do it. Here's how you get to $15K a month. $15,000 a month. Guidelines right there. If you want to go beyond that, training's there for that too. Whatever your burning desire is. Mine, at this point in time, I have several things I want to do. The most pressing, the most urgent is I want to have my dad home with my mom so they can have the quality of life in their last few years, however it may be. So their quality of life is as good as it can be. How is that going to be? That's going to be being home with private nursing care, someone to look after them in their home so that they can remain there, be together, and have the best quality of life that they can possibly have at this time in their life. I don't know about you, but my parents did a lot for me, and I'd love to return that, okay? That's what I want. That's what I want. Do I want the other things as well? Do I want to be able to travel? Yes. Do I want to be able to do what I want when I want? Absolutely I do. Do I want to be there for my son if he ever needs something? Yes, I do. Now, my son's a very capable young man. I'm very proud of him. He's not going to need my help. I understand this. But I also want him to be proud of the old man. I want him to be proud of his dad. His dad did this. His dad helped all these people. That's what I love about this. That's the other thing I love about this. You get to not only live your dreams, you get to not only create what you need for you, you get to help so many people do it too. You get to help people create their lives. Someone comes up to you and says, I want you to imagine something, okay? Just, as I look out here over the harbor and the clouds are black, we're in for probably a thunderstorm. There's heavy rainfall warnings being issued in the area and all this, but I want you to think. I want you to just imagine for 1 minute, okay? Because if you're like most people, you what it would feel like for someone to come up to you and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. You helped me. I was able to save my house. I didn't lose my house. Or I was able to keep my parents home, not put them in a nursing home. Or I was able to quit my job, which I hated. Thank you. You did this. You helped me. I'll tell you, helping people is its own reward. Have a great day. Wendell McKay.